All right, I'm not gonna just be silent right here. I just want to say, guys, you have no idea how hard it is for me to turn on camera, just record myself talking. Yeah, even right now, I'm just battling with this tendency of wanting to just stop. So irritated by the silence in between the sentences that I'm saying right here. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I want to start. I want to start recording myself. I want to share my thoughts with people. It's super difficult. I believe that there are so many of you guys out there have so much to say, right? Like when you're off camera, right? No cameras around. You have tons and tons of material and information you want to share with the family, with your friends. Sometimes you might be even moved by yourself, right? Like, man, that was good. What I said right there, that was really good content. You would have thought that, man, I wish I recorded that little piece I just said right there. Well, in order to avoid all these silences, I actually prepared a little bit of what I wanted to say just on this matter. But what I want to share is, in life, just do. I just remember that one speech that Benedict Cumberbatch gave. I think that video was pretty popular. A lot of people have seen it. The conclusion was just do. Just do. You see, the thing is, people spent way much time thinking, way much time in planning, learning the tactics, scrolling through pages and pages of strategy people gave online and watched video after video about how to start your YouTube channel or how to do something. And as if once you really 100% grasp the idea of something, then you are already successful. No, if you have ever tried that, you would have noticed that it just wasn't as good as you thought, or you end up not starting at all. You see, human beings, we are created to take up space and time. Yeah, this is what really hit me hard lately. Human beings are created to do, because doing takes time. It takes the mental models that you generate in your brain. So that's spatial. That's a spatial resource. And time, which is another important resource, right? So we're created to do, because doing takes both. But thinking, pretty much, you can understand a million things in a second. So time is not playing a major factor in thinking, but doing is. I already know, like, this is my first video. It's gonna come out crap. Because right now, I'm already babbling. I'm, stopping here and there intermittently. But I'm gonna keep going. Because I know next time when I record a video, I'll have reflected on my previous video. I'll picked up a few spots that I think I could do better next time. I would have come up with a vision for how am I going to do better on these specific points. And so that's step one. And step two and step infinity is gonna be much easier, right? So we humans are created to just do. Another thing I wanted to also share about is that don't be afraid of begin your action, because what have struck me to understand lately was that it was like a huge revelation. It's super important to me now that we humans, our hearts is vast, meaning that it actually is able to contain all things. I mean, literally all things. It contains skills. It contains musicality, for example. It can contain visions, wisdom of application at the moment, even another person, another soul. We're created with such vast capacity that we're able to connect with things, with people, even to the point of united in one, right? And this concept really have been helping me in amazing ways. One of them is that now I am actually able to accept the things that I want to do. So the things that you want to do, that ties with the vision that you have, right, for yourself. So the things that you want to do, we're able to allocate a place. So, for example, I'm making this YouTube video. This is a huge step for me. This is a huge act for me to allow happening in my life. Knowing that my heart has a place for it allows me to actually putting action into allocating a place in my heart. For example, again, making this YouTube video. I've allocated a place for this particular action. And guess what? The heart started to just mobilize everything I have. It started to mobilize my mind right now at the moment, guiding me in the language I'm using, the tone I'm using, the body language I'm using. It guided me in how to set up this camera right in front of me. It also guided me choosing this background. It's the heart allocating a place for the things that you want to do. And then it just mobilizes everything that's required on the fly. That allows me to really put aside the original habit that I had, just trying to plan all the time, trying to understand everything, absolutely everything before I even start. That's fundamentally crippled mentality because, like I said earlier, life has a major factor of time in play. So you can't just neglect that factor and only think in your mental space. It's my own term, mental space. But that's not to say, which leads to my third point I wanted to share today. That is not to say you can stop learning. That is super obvious, right? You're just not supposed to stop learning at any point in your life. But why is that the case? This is getting really difficult. I just had 30 seconds of silence. I don't know how to explain this. I know this is a super important point. But anyway, I'm just gonna do some editing later. You cannot stop learning. It's because you must constantly be engaged with the context at present. Reality is dynamic. It changes in every second, right? Then you would have to learn. For example, when you're on the street, when you're at an event, you want to observe. And if you want to elevate your understanding in a particular subject in order for you to be better at, then you need to study. Observing, studying, experimenting, so that, here's the important part, so that you won't do something out of the right heart, but having done the wrong thing. Learning is important. But the thing is, something that's pivotal in my understanding regarding this, is that you cannot root your life in knowledge alone. You cannot operate depending on what you know. Because when you rely on what you know, you're going to be analyzing all the time. You're not going to be able to notice the nuances, notice the subtle things that your heart feels. So knowing and learning, studying, it enriches the context knowledge. It develops the intuition, the right intuition. But you cannot ever root yourself in that in your daily operation. Instead, you must go back to the heart. All right, that's my sharing for today, and that's my first video. Just do, guys. If you have dreamed about becoming a YouTuber and have a lot to say, a lot to share, please just do.